Davey, 0-0, 2 points dropped.
Yeah, come here, I spoke about getting the clean sheet, we got the clean sheet. I think we've had more than enough chances to win the game. I think there's a couple of good blocks in terms of, I think Stevie May puts it over the goalie, Morgan Boyce heads it off the line, Pittman hits the post, front area. I think Lewis Smith's got to get his shot off from the situation we find ourselves in. For the man to make the recovery tackle, it's poor decision for Smithy, to be fair to him. And then I think Robbie Muirhead did a couple, and there was a bit of a smash. I think Clarkey gets his head in it, and we're 2 yards for goal, and you're just expecting the ball to hit the back of the net. So I think today, we've done enough in the game. I think at the top end of the park, we've got to be a wee bit more clinical. We've got to be more clinical at the top end of the park, and really, I can't stand here and say we've never done this, we've never done that, we've never done that, we want to do that better, we want to do that better. We just need to get better at the top end of the park, take our chances, because I thought we created a good 4 or 5 chances a day, and you've got to take one of them. You've got to take one of them. So I'm happy with a lot of moments in the game in terms of we're building the game, we're pressing, we're counter pressing. Quite happy with a lot of the game. Just think the top end of the park we've got to be more clinical.
Was it quite frustrating at times that kind of Morton were trying to slow the game down and a wee bit of time wasting here and there?
I'm generally alright with that. I've done it when we were in the Premier League against certain teams. So I've no really, is it frustrating? Aye. But I always go back to and say, well, I deployed similar tactics and it was alright when we were doing it. So I don't really decry anybody for doing what they think helps them manage the game. We try to get speed in the game. Obviously there's only one ball. But fair play to Morton. They came here and they could have nicked it themselves at the end. So, I don't really look into that side. It's frustrating, but it's understandable also.
In terms of the substitutions, I was up kind of with the supporters for most of it. There was quite a few of them looking for subs a wee bit earlier than what they did. I think the first one was maybe 15 to go. Did that kind of cross your mind as well?
Nah, no really. Stephen Kelly's been out for a couple of weeks. Stephen can open games up. Shins, not really. I thought the park was a wee bit tight for Liam's Solway. There was different reasons why boys went on and why other boys never went on. I thought Tetty would have been a handful through the middle. Nah, I don't think so, because if you look at the opportunities, you look at Smithy, so we make that change and Smithy's got 20 yards on his opponent and we're clean through and goal. Now it's a counter, so you can sit and nitpick. Did we create enough chances and good chances in the game? I think we did. Did we get a clean sheet? We did. Again, it's a positive, but it doesn't feel like a positive. 15 games in, you've lost one game. I know, and I'm sitting here frustrated, you're frustrated, my fans are frustrated, so...
It's just on those points into 3, so isn't it? That's two against Morton.
Yeah, it's 2 games. I think, again, that last game was against Morton and they won each. It's a tight park, it was heavy. It's a hard place to come and get points. We limited them to 1 shot and goal, and that was kind of in a transition counter because we were chasing the game at that point. I just go back to, you kind of really got to be really pragmatic and strip the game back. Did we do a lot of good stuff in the game? I think we did. Did we have big moments in the game to win the game? Yes, we did. And we didn't. And that's where I'll focus on, the top end of the park, because I thought there was a lot of good stuff. Boys at the back limited them to virtually nothing, bar that shot for Garrity. We built the game, we a couple of controlled entries into the opponent's box, but I think we've got to do better. When we get into the final third, that was it's probably our architects of our own downfall there slightly. We weren't clinical enough, and we've got to be better in the opponent's box.
All eyes on Friday night then, second against fourth, as Partick Thistle come to Wesleyan. It's another big one, isn't it?
They're all big games. I was speak to most managers, especially Dougie, but you speak to most managers, there's never an easy game in this league. There's never, I've probably throughout the career in the Premier League, there's been certain games where the game's been easy, you can actually enjoy parts of the game. But I don't think we've ever had an easy game. The scoreline might suggest otherwise, but these scorelines have always came a wee bit later in the game. So there's no easy games. We're at home, that suits us, surface suits us. So we'll go there. And Friday night, looking forward to it, to be fair, under the lights Friday night, try and get 3 points.
No worries. Thanks for your time, Dave.